if you've seen one Fast and the Furious film, you've seen them all. If you've seen one Fast and the Furious meme, you have the general idea of what these movies are about. Now, I'm probably going to get Fast and Furious big fans of these films saying, no, they're different. There's these things. But honestly, you might change the story a little bit. You might change the villain. But it's really going to be all about street racing in the first couple. Then it's, we got to save the world. We got to do something. We got to commit an act to do something good to prevent this other thing. And yeah, they really, for me at least, they've started to feel a little too similar. And they're films that I don't go back to a lot. Now, that's not to say I haven't. And yes, I do pick them up when they come out, but that's partly because I'm a completionist. But with all that being said, Fast X or Fast 10, whatever you want to call it, just keeps the formula going. Yes, it's better than Fast 9, that's for sure. And I have to say, I thought the action was great, the car chases are great, and just overall, they did a good job with the action, with the car chases, with the hand-to-hand fights. I liked seeing pretty much every character get their own moment to shine a little bit and get their own fisticuffs moment, you know, that we don't always get to see that in these films. Sometimes it's focused on other major players. But the story itself, yeah, it was, again, it was better than the last one. And even if it did have a ton of plot holes that people keep pointing out, I just went in knowing, hey, all I really want, give me the cars, give me the action, and I'll be generally good. But this movie, I still found myself being like, okay, let's keep it moving, because I just felt like it was a little too long. The action scenes, and here's the thing, that's the weird thing I have found recently. It happened with John Wick 4, and I'm guessing it's gonna happen with some other action films whenever I see it. Maybe Transformers, I don't know. Maybe Spider-Verse when I see it tonight. But action scenes, I find that now they seem to be going longer. And I love action, I love it. But it feels like I'm just like, okay, let's move it along. We need to cut back on it a little bit. Let's keep it moving. Oh, prime example is probably going to be Mission Impossible when it comes out, or who knows. Anyway, but the biggest offender of this, I'd say, definitely was the whole Rome and Vatican thing. That was, yeah, that was just, that could have definitely been a lot shorter. And that's like in the beginning of the film. And I might be messing up locations. It's been 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks since I saw it, because I saw it when it came out. But with that being said, I said that a lot. Let's look at the actors and the characters. It really, they're the same characters. I mean, it doesn't feel like they've grown a lot. I mean, some of them did, especially from the last movie, from F9 to this one, because things change, the status quo changes. But I mean, it doesn't really feel like, oh my gosh, there's a huge change in their character. There's a huge character arc here. It just, these are the characters that we've lived with for years. These are the ones that I'm going to say some people have grown up with, those that have grown up with the franchise. It doesn't feel like they're doing anything really, really new when it comes to these characters. Now, I do say there are some characters I like more than others. There are some characters that I feel like don't get as much time as they should. The big one here being Michelle Rodriguez's character. I really like her character. And she's not really in it that much. She's in the beginning, then stuff happens, and she's not in it a whole lot more, it feels like. And I don't like Teresa's character. He's just an idiot, and I get that that's supposed to be his character, but he just drives me crazy. Like, I find him really annoying, and I agree with Ludacris's character and other people who are just being like, dude, you don't think. Now, they do a good job of explaining why he does some of the things he does. But, yeah. The one I wish we had more of was Michelle Rodriguez's character. Liddy, I think it is. The one I wish we had less of was definitely Teresa's character. Everyone in between, maybe it would have been nice to have a little bit more of the other groups. But overall, I mean, it worked. We got a lot of Dom, and why not? It's Vin Diesel's movie. But then you got Jason Momoa. And as I said in my quick review, and a lot of people have been saying, Jason Momoa is definitely the best part of this movie. He's insane, he's crazy, he's fun. And when you have a fun villain, you can have a lot more fun with the movie. And you almost want to see, oh, what's he gonna do next? You kind of get a little twisted in your own head, I'd say. You know, you're almost like, okay, how much further are you gonna go? What are you gonna do? You know, you almost kind of want to see them win once or twice just to see what they're gonna do next, or just how far they're willing to go. And I know this has been said, but I thought of this before I saw the movie. Jason Momoa's character does feel like a Joker character, just because of how insane he is, just the crazy, you know, he loves the insane things. He does the unexpected. He can be totally homicidal maniac at one moment and then be all sweet and ooh, you know, kind of pretty, I'll say. For another moment, it's like he'll do a complete 180 or 360. Yeah, 360. However, as much as I love his character, I have really loved Charlize Theron as Cypher. She's been my favorite villain that they've had. I love how she just keeps coming back. I feel like where Dom is all action, she's brains. So I like the rough and toughness of Dom going up against the brains of Cypher. Now, Jason Momoa's character kind of has a little bit of both, or a good bit of both, but he's more about brute force and manipulating people. So he kind of has the best of both worlds. But I do wish that Cypher would be either in this more, or that she would have played a bigger part than what she did. I'm interested to see how far they're going to go with her in the finale, maybe, or the next to last part if this does become a trilogy, which I don't think it will. But yeah, I mean, like I said, while Momoa is a great villain, I think I put him right below Cypher just because of how much I've enjoyed that character. And then, real quick, Brie Larson, she was good. I think I would have preferred her as a different character, one that maybe that fans thought she could be, because she just looked that way. She's definitely underutilized. She's definitely underutilized in this film, and I wanted to see her do a lot more, and she could have done a lot more. But yeah, I mean, it feels like there's really not much more to say about her character. But is this movie good? It's fine. It's a Fast and Furious movie. It's entertaining. I'm glad I saw it. Basically, I wish it had been a little shorter. Some of the reveals were like, okay, here we go again. I think they did a great job with the action, like I said. The chase scenes were good. Jason Momoa's character was good. But I mean, it just, I don't know. Maybe I'm getting over these films a little bit. Maybe I just feel like I want something new with them. Or it could be it's been a while since I saw the movie. 2 weeks and you forget some stuff. But no. I mean, the locations were great. The visuals were good. The effects I thought were fine. The cliffhanger was like, what? Why'd you do that? You know? So yeah. insane stunts like you expect. It's all about family. I do like how they tied things into, I think it was Fast 5. Yeah, I think it's Fast 5 they tie it into. That's interesting. I will say some of the surprises I did not see coming, which of course now I'm like, I should have, because I was like, oh man, that happened too quickly. Why'd they do that too quickly? And then it's like, okay, well, I guess now it makes sense. But if you're a Fast and Furious fan, you've probably already seen this movie. You'll probably enjoy it. If you haven't liked any of the other Fast and Furious films, I don't think this is going to change your mind. For me, it's just a little bit more of the same. And I mean, if the franchise keeps going, I'll keep watching it. But it's another one of these franchises that I've started to lose interest in a little bit. And I think that's, it feels like where people say we're saturated with comic book characters and superheroes. I love that stuff, so I don't really care. I feel like we're oversaturated with this franchise. But again, that's because this is not one that I love. This is not one I crave all the time. So I'll freely admit that. If the next movie is amazing and fantastic, sure, keep making them. But with all that being said, what would I rank this movie? Well, that's actually hard. I mean, it's a decent Fast and Furious film. I'd probably put this in the sidekick. I'd give it the rank of a sidekick, because it is good enough that I can recommend going to see it at the theater. The action scenes, the explosions, all that is great on the big screen, the car chases. But at the same point, there's a lot about it that's just like I've said many times on this review, here we go again. But it's worth it for Jason Momoa. It's worth it for the action. Personally, I think it's worth it to see Cypher again, see where she's going, what her story is still, continue to evolve. Which actually, I forgot, I feel like she had one of the most, her character grew in this film, I'd have to say. Though honestly, I don't really hope that it goes where it probably will. But anyway, what did you think of this film? What do you think of the franchise overall? Did you love this movie? Am I totally crazy in the fact that I thought it was just okay? Whatever your thoughts on the franchise, on this film, comment down below, let me know. And I'm trying to hit 100 subscribers this year, so if you haven't subscribed and you're watching this video, why not take a moment and hit that subscribe button. If I hit 100 subscribers by the end of the year, I'd like to do something, not sure what yet. But anyway, remember, as with all fandoms and everything here on my channel, remember, enjoy what you love, read what you love, and let's all work for a better fandom. I'll see you next time.